Gottlieb's tastes good like a beer should.
You said it. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Try a frosty cold glass of Bavarian right away.
That you say? No Boulder Dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. And now, with a higher BAC than your ABV, Greg, Scott, and Dan.
That's right. Welcome in, everybody. We are the Unfiltered Gentlemen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Most importantly, thanks for drinking along. I am Greg. Over there, that is Scott.
Like a boss.
And that is Dan.
Hey.
All
Sorry,
right.
I watched some Practical Jokers today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the Like a Boss song?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
Is it like a popular song for the young kids?
Sure.
Then
Saturday Night Live
that's why
a
I
few
haven't.
years ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it was a real song. I'm sure it is.
Well, obviously they refer to bosses in songs.
Oh.
But talk to corporate like a boss.
Did you
Anyways.
see that one in Practical Jokers where he had to say that?
No.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty funny.
People are like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
Where's the beer?
Watching Practical Jokers, bitches. Come on.
Google it.
Jesus Christ. And so it begins.
We need a drop of that.
Apparently we got to get
do.
Paul Heyman.
Definitely. You do.
Anyways, welcome in.
Yes. Sorry.
Huge shout out to our top listening city of last week, which was Los Angeles, California.
Whoa.
Bringing it back home.
Yes.
And our burp word of the week, for reasons that will become more obvious as the show comes on,
Oh, man.
is fruity beer.
Wait
Fruity
a
beer
minute.
is our burp, I guess, phrase of the week. Don't forget to hashtag show us your beers. And when you're listening on your favorite podcast apps, don't forget to rate and subscribe. It helps other people find the show, and then we just get more and more famous. All right, it's hot, it's summer, and everyone's looking a bit parched. Let's move on to some drinking.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for beer of the week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
We will indeed. I had an epiphany, or an apostrophe, the other day that we had never had this on the show, and it's a darn shame.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
What a trip.
So in time for summer, we're drinking Firestone Walker's Firestone Lager.
Wow.
4.5%, 17 IBUs, has a 3.58 in Untapped, and apparently going back to their old way of scoring things on Beer Advocate, a 91. That was a surprise to me as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went on there
91 out of 10?
It's damn good beer.
Yeah.
From the brewery, they say, in a craft world dominated by hoppy beers, we've gone back to basics with Firestone Lager. This is our hardest to make beer and our easiest one to drink. Made in the classic alt malt Munich Hella style, Firestone Lager demands technical perfection from our brewing team with a transparent canvas that would otherwise reveal the smallest flaw. Gambrinus Pilsner malt establishes a crisp, dry base with a soft mouthfeel, while noble German hops provide just a whisper of bitterness. The result is an impossibly smooth and immensely drinkable beer that aims to help redefine American lager. In the words of brewmaster Matt Brendelson, Firestone Lager is made for drinking, not thinking. It's all about enjoying a good, clean beer.
Yeah, if you think too much, you won't drink too much.
That's true.
Right?
Don't think, just drink.
That's right.
This is, how do we describe this? It's a lager. It's a Helles lager. Not a lot of nose, and goes down super fast.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, it's gone.
Yeah. It's super clean. I don't taste, sometimes you get like a little bit of like a sweet off flavor in some lagers. Definitely not in this one. Super clean. And just polishes right up.
Yeah, I fucking man-showed that beer, dude. Just fucking down the hatch like that old man.
The fox.
Yeah, oh, yeah, the fox. Yeah, that's right.
Ziggy Zaggy.
Uh-huh.
I think it could be like one of those all-day drinkers we're talking about.
Yes, a floating beer. I mean,
Yeah,
4.5%.
Indeed.
You got a little.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Got a little room before it catches up with you.
Yeah.
A little runway, as they say. So, go grab yourself a Firestone Lager if you happen to be in their distribution area. It's great on a hot, sweaty, disgusting day.
Yeah.
We're so complaining. It's only like 83 degrees, but it's been so cool up until now that it's like, oh, fuck this.
It's not hot yet.
No.
It will get hot.
It's actually cool for this time of year in Southern California.
Yeah.
A few degrees cooler than normal. So, anyways, that's Firestone Lager. We have quite the bullpen beer coming up.
Shit.
One that I'm a huge fan of. Dan will he'll be surprised when we get to
I
it.
will.
Because he brought it, and I don't think he read the can.
Nope, I didn't.
But we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's get into some crotch talk.
Have a
Skull and
grievance to share?
crossbone.
It's time for crotch talk.
Rat poison. Crotch talk. A couple things to mention. First, just a friendly reminder. I haven't reminded people in quite a long time. The Beer Science ringtone.
Oh,
still,
shit.
Still available.
We still have it.
We do. I got an email from the company with like just a quarterly email that they always send. I was like, oh yeah, we haven't talked about that in a while. If for some reason you haven't heard Beer Science,
bottle, from a can, why don't
it's like our best song we ever made.
Yeah.
And you can get this as a ringtone for your iPhone in the iTunes store there. Just search Beer Science.
Yeah.
Or if you're on a Droid, you can go to what is it now? Tunes. That's what it was. Tunes.co with 2 U's. TUUNES.co if you're on a Droid.
That should be on your phone.
It is on mine. And I crack up every time I get a call. Yeah. I always have to have my phone on silent if I'm around like work people.
That guy really killed it.
He did a great job.
Oh, my God.
He did a great job.
Sounds just like what it's supposed to sound like.
Yeah. I mean, he went above and beyond.
He killed it.
He really did.
Beautiful.
So yeah, go get the Beer Science ringtone. It's been a hot minute. What else? Oh, last week, Friday to be exact, we had our 3-year anniversary. So happy anniversary, us.
Did we really?
We did, yeah.
That was pretty anticlimactic.
I guess so.
Well, I didn't finish, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, well,
It sounds like most of my anniversaries.
not yet at least. So happy anniversary to us, and I got to go finally check out in Ventura, California, Seaward Brewing, a new brewery out there. Seaward, and for those of you not from the area, I have to make this clarification. Seaward as in like the sea, SEAWARD. Because when I first said this to my lady friend, who's not from Ventura County, she's like, Seaward Brewing?
Seaward.
As in the word that starts with C, see you next Tuesday. And I was like,
Oh, I think. never mind.
Oh, shit.
and I was like, yeah, Seaward Brewing. She goes, Seaward Brewing? That's offensive. I was like, oh, no, Ventura.
Not that C-word.
Seaward, like the ocean. So, yeah, I got to check them out. Had one of everything they had, because why not?
Oh,
I think
man,
there was
of
like 8 or
course.
9 beers on tap. Their hazies were real good. Their IPAs were good. They had high tide, low tide. Low tide was my favorite, and I was drinking the shit out. I had a couple pints, and I looked it up later and realized, like, oh, it's got cashmere hops in it. No wonder.
Oh, boy.
What a nerd I am. So, and got to hang out with Mommy Beerest at the brewery.
Oh, right
yeah?
on.
She was there, so
Oh,
we're
cool.
hanging out and talking, and hung out with Coley from the Booze League as well, and the lady friend. So it was a nice little day of drinking.
Man.
Marty the Brew Pup was there, of course.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Representing.
Yeah, don't go drinking without him. So
He's a designated driver.
somebody's got to get us home.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, that's it for me. Anybody? Any grievances? Any beer discussion?
Yeah, I had a little altercation the other night.
Oh.
Yeah.
With the beer?
No. I never altercate with beer.
Mm-hmm.
Me and the wife and the dog decided to take a rare occasion and go out to dinner.
Oh.
And as we're walking through the parking lot,
Anniversary.
no, just,
Enjoy those Taco Bell nachos?
oh man, I tell you, those McMuffin or McBur whatever
Wow.
whatever McDonald's does.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I haven't been to McDonald's in years. I don't know. No, anyway, so we're going out and we're walking through the parking lot, and all of a sudden some guy, I mean, he's walking the other way, not even close. And if you know who my dog, it's a little tiny dog that's afraid of herself.
Makes Marty the Brew Pub look giant.
Yeah, and you know, you go to pet her and she pisses herself. Anyway, as we're walking by and he's not that close, he's like, "Keep that dog away from me."
What the fuck?
I took offense to that.
Yeah, fuck him. Well, I mean, that's what I would have done.
Well, kind of what I said. I said, "Hey, motherfucker, you know, stay, you know, you watch your mouth." And we had some words. My wife's like, "Shut up, he's crazy. Leave him alone." I'm like, "No, you motherfucker, you know." And then I'm motherfuckering him, and he's like, and the thing is, I told him, you know, you need to shut the fuck up. And he's like, "Well, come here and shut me up." And I'm like, "I'm right here."
Sold.
And he's walking the other way as fast as he can. So anyway, we had words, and
wasn't that crazy?
The wife is pulling me away, and yeah, it's kind of weird because like 5 minutes later, we saw like 2 cop cars speeding towards the direction that he was going. So I have a feeling that he probably mouthed off to some, and I think he was crazy, probably drugs or whatever. I don't know, but he mouthed off to the wrong person. The cops were on their way.
I'm sure he was crazy, but you must have looked crazier because he was walking the other way.
He is
went
walking
up the crazy game.
He's like walking as fast as he can. It's probably like, hey, look at the old man. So
hey,
you
that's
know,
props to you.
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of sensitive when you start
pretty
talking
gangster.
to.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Don't ever talk to my dog like that.
There you go.
Yeah. I wonder if somebody called the cops because they thought like 2 homeless people were fighting or something. Both fighting in the parking lot. Call the cops.
2 crazy people out there.
Some old guy's about ready to have a heart attack. You better get out here.
A couple of seniors out there.
EMTs showed up and everything, but they couldn't find me.
Right. One's crazier than the other, and he has a scary-looking dog with him.
Vicious as all hell. Yeah. Jesus. Good times.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I just get real sensitive when you start talking to the family.
And if he wasn't even near the dog.
Right.
Not even close.
Yeah.
And like I said, the dog's the most 12 pounds.
Right.
That's what makes me think he was crazy. Like, I
don't know.
Like he was afraid of stickers too or something. You put one on his head, he would have freaked out. Or like there was something wrong. Maybe he like a little dog bit him or something, and he was like carried that with him all his life. And
could be.
That's why he rides the short bus or something.
Yeah. Well, build a bridge and get over it. All right. We got a lot to get to. We have a beer review from the Hoppy Couple. We've got some sports news to talk about, some booze news, of course. And like I said before, cannot wait for that Bullpen Beer to come around. So before we get on with anything else, let's check in with a beer review from the Hoppy Couple.
Hey there, everybody. This is Lamar.
And I'm Anna. And we're the Hoppy Couple. So we're here reviewing 2 beers from 903. It's their slushy beers. So I'm about to pour the smoothie style Ghosts with raspberry, blueberry, blackberry, vanilla, and lactose.
Same, but I have peach and mango with mine. I think mine's going to be better.
Well, let's find out. Here we go.
Let's do it.
This is beautiful purple color.
Well carbonated too.
It's a good pour, Lamar. Look at you.
I am the G. Yours has actually got a good head on it, though.
Ooh, y'all, if you could see this, this is insane. Okay, I'm gonna smell it. I don't get a whole lot of smell. I do get blueberry, and it does smell kind of vanilla-y. That's not overwhelming.
A lot of mango on mine.
A lot of mango.
Yep.
All right, you ready?
Yep, I'll see it.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Whoa, whoa. That's tart. That is some tart beer. Wow.
It is, but it's not overwhelming. In mine, at least.
Okay. You got the mango one.
Yeah.
Wow. This blueberry. It tastes like you're drinking a blueberry. That's what it tastes like. Drinking a blueberry.
Well done, 903. Well done.
You can definitely see, as the head is receding, that there's lots of pulp from the fruit that they've used in this. Lamar, why don't you taste this and tell me what you think?
Oh.
Yeah, whoa, right?
Oh.
That's intense.
It is intense, but that's good.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that it's sweet at all.
No,
it's definitely tart and full of berries. I mean, it's exactly as described. Can I taste your mango beer?
Absolutely.
This one doesn't have near the head on it that the berry one has. Oh my gosh, this is delightful. This is delightful.
It's really good.
This is delightful. You can definitely taste, I think mainly the peach. The mango's there too, but the peach is at the forefront.
Right. But the body to me is mango. And the aftertaste is mango.
And you know what? This is kind of thicker than the blueberry one. It's still tart, but I think this is more balanced. Girls, if you like mimosas, this is your beer. This is wow. Well done, 903. So once again, I'm Anna, and this is
Lamar.
And we are the Hoppy Couple.
Yes, please like us on Facebook and Instagram and check out our adventures.
All right, have a good day.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for the beer review. So I guess this brewery did basically the same tart beer, but with different fruit in it. So hence you have the 2 beers that they're reviewing.
I see.
So,
yeah.
The thought of the fruit being left behind almost grosses me out.
That's what I was tripping on.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? There's actually pulp in there?
Yeah, it's a little dicey sounding.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't try it.
Hey, maybe.
I'll try it.
You can find them on the Instagrams at the Hoppy Couple, dots in between the.hoppy.couple. Go give them a follow for more beer reviews, and we'll have some pictures of their 2 different beers that they were drinking that I'll be posting on our Instagrams later this week. All right, old timey word of the week, our farfanarf. Our farfanarf.
Is that like a dog thing?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a person who drinks too much.
Oh.
Yeah, old timey. I guess an ARF was like a half a pint, and so when you've had an ARF and ARF, you've had too many, and so it's a person who drinks too much.
Did Marty send this one in?
Guys, I got a good one.
ARF and ARF.
He says that a lot.
Sounded like DMX, actually.
Now we know what he's saying.
Yeah, DMX said that one, sent that one in. So yeah, ARF.
That's why he's always saying that around us.
You're right, yeah, because he's had too much. Oh dear. All right, beer babe of the week.
There's nothing better than a babe with craft beer. It's time for Beer Babe of the Week.
Yes, it is. Her name is Amber. You can find her on the grams at NOLA Beer Lover. NOLA is in like New Orleans.
Gotcha.
NOLA Beer Lover. It's LVR. No spaces or dots or anything like that.
Nice and easy.
I like it.
Yes. In this one, she is drinking some delicious beer from Other Half in New York. I've had a couple Other Half beers. They are tasty. This is Green City version 1. Sitting on the porch drinking a beer. So go follow NOLA Beer Lover on the Instagrams. All right, it's been a while since we've done this. We have some sports to talk about.
Oh, shit.
And now, the sports, brought to you by cleaninguptheglass.com.
Whether it's the Baltimore Chop or the 1-2 punch, it's time for sports.
Yeah, and real quick on cleaninguptheglass.com, I do have a new post where I'm just kind of just quick takes on the NBA teams and the landscape of the NBA now after all the trades and free agency signings and everything. I basically kind of decide between, because I've heard so much about parity in the league this year, and I just thought, well, really, how much is there? You know what I mean? So I just kind of designated, is a team a basketball paradise, or are they just a basketball wasteland where there's just nothing going on? Or are they just kind of in between? They're mediocre, and they're just, they're not either or. So,
right.
Yeah, I kind of go through each team really quickly. Part 1 is just like teams 1 through 14, I think, and then after it'll be 15 through 30.
Okay.
So.
I have not had a chance to read it.
I look
forward to it.
Released it, I think, just right now.
Yeah. It's hot off the presses.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Manny Pacquiao apparently is still boxing.
I know.
That guy's like 40-something.
That's crazy.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
He defeated Keith Thurman over the weekend. So.
He's a champion?
Yeah, he took
Thurman, I think so.
He took his title off him.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One of the many.
I think this is his first loss. Thurman's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
I know less than zero about boxing. I was just surprised to hear that Pacquiao was still
I have
fighting.
a little bit of a connection with Filipinos.
Yeah.
You're required to love boxing.
Did you see
I
that
have
fight?
to, yeah. I did not know.
Oh, okay. I didn't either. Yeah, my buddy did order it, though, and I'm sure they had a shindig at his house, but I totally missed it.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Way to go. Tim Duncan is now officially a Spurs assistant coach.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's been like a special coach for a while now.
Dude, that is a crazy, bench they got back there. Of coaches.
Mm-hmm.
With Popovich, you got Becky Hammond, now you got Tim Duncan, and who's the other guy back there? Udoku, all kinds of dudes out there, man.
Do you think it's just in case, somebody gets injured? He's like, I got this. Rips off his suit. He's got tearaway suits.
He's too classy.
Yeah.
He's too classy to come back, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
He probably is. And finally, you were talking about this before we went on.
Oh, yeah.
Oklahoma City Thunder have been receiving threats by some dude in Virginia.
Oh, my God, dude. They were talking about it on the radio, and, I guess it was really bad what he was saying. What did he say? It says, per the court documents, a man who said he was from Virginia allegedly left 2 voicemails threatening Presti and Donovan, the coach of the Thunder, and the Thunder front office. Presti's the general manager. The man also reportedly threatened Presti's family, made a bomb reference, and said that he didn't care if the team reported his calls to the authorities. He's like, y'all traded Paul George but kept Raymond Felton, the man said in one voicemail. You kept Andre Roberson, but y'all not love Russell Westbrook? I hope he kill everybody. I want to kill everybody. So,
oh, jeez.
Yeah,
wow.
He left that on 2 voicemails. So it's it's ridiculous, dude. I write about the Thunder too. I think they'll be on part 2 actually. But what I kind of said is, and I get a little bit of what he's saying in the sense that, if you akin drafting an MVP of the league as winning the lottery.
Yeah.
Presti won the lottery 3 times. And basically what he did is he blew all the money and he invested his winnings and more tickets basically because that's all he has is more draft picks.
Right.
So it's like, what do you think about that guy? And I guess this guy doesn't like that kind of
Not
a
a
person.
fan.
Not a fan of that general manager's thinking.
Wow.
But I kind of get it in a sense. Like, they weren't going to win with Russell Westbrook and Paul George. So
Right.
they traded both of them to start over and hopefully get at least one MVP out of
Did they finally dump Paul George?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No.
Russell Westbrook was the one you were talking about.
No, you know who I was thinking? I was thinking Chris Paul.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I hear nobody wants his contract.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, nobody wants it.
Yeah,
so
nobody wants that. 38 million next
that's
year.
what happens, dude.
Yeah, and I think his contract, if I remember correctly, is 38 million, and the buyout's 42.
Mm-hmm.
So it costs you more to buy him out.
Well, that's what happens, dude. Like I was talking to my brother about that. It's like when basketball players, when they choose to get a big contract and play for money, that's what you're going to be playing for is money. Chris Paul's got nothing to play for in Oklahoma City. He's going to be stuck there probably.
Yeah, nobody wants him.
They can't. They can't afford to buy him out either. It's too big.
No. Oklahoma blew it on that. They thought they were going to, get him and trade him away, deal him away for
a little bit.
Nobody wants him.
They did get picks though, so they kind of have like the Russell Westbrook problem that they had, but at least they got the picks to go with it.
Yeah.
And Houston's I don't think they're going to be too good with those two.
Chris Paul just doesn't win anywhere. I mean,
it's unfortunate.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I think Houston's going to be a shell of themselves. I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Houston, we're going to see really, and not we already know. The people of Houston are going to see how bad James Harden really is.
Probably.
And how inefficient and just how wasteful he is as a basketball player.
What's going to be embarrassing is Russell Westbrook is going to scare James Harden away twice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Nobody remembers we've already had this experiment.
Yeah.
So
it didn't work.
No, it's not going to work again.
Wow.
Because they're both going to want their triple doubles.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to do that? You can't support that, especially when Harden can't even hit anything under whatever. Was he getting like 40% from the field?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, going back in time when you had Harden and Westbrook and Durant, I mean, they knocked at the door of going to the finals.
They did.
Yeah.
And
they did.
Just barely missed.
That's true. But that was also with Durant.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's
with
the
Durant.
big key here is Durant. And that was before Harden was a quote-unquote star. So the ball went to Durant. There was no question who's getting the ball first.
Yeah, can you imagine them in their prime with Durant? He'd never see it.
You're right.
Yeah. Like I could
what
see,
a waste of Durant.
Yeah, I could see a scenario that if James Harden played point guard and then Russell Westbrook was kind of like playing backdoor and just if Harden can hit him for some passes, he'd be dunking and hitting passing lanes instead of guarding the point guard and guarding other people. Like he'd be picking people off and then slam dunking on a fast break. Like I could see that. That's what he was doing on the Team USA when Chris Paul and Darren Williams were point guard. Like he had to play off of them, and he was a fucking menace. He was a demon. He was awesome. But there's no way either of them are going to take a back seat now. They're going to want to split the point guard duties, and it's going to go horrible.
Yeah, it's going to be a train wreck. I can't wait.
Yeah,
they're not going to be in the contender.
I could be totally wrong, and I could be an idiot. I just felt like back in the day when they had the three, the Durant, Harden, and Westbrook. I felt like they were just one or two support players away from.
Oh, they really were
winning it.
They always had Serge on the
Serge
team.
Ibaka.
Who just needed
to
put a little more effort in there, and I think they needed a little more defense out of him. They would have had it.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
It's too bad. Yeah.
You're right, because that year afterwards they had to trade Harden.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's an ego thing. I mean, look at
Probably.
here we go with the Lakers. Look at
Kobe
and Shaq, where and they both admit they could have won more. But going back to Oklahoma, I just felt like they're so close. They're just
they definitely were.
Yeah, just one or two bench players or whatever, just to support the three.
It's true.
Egos.
And even with just Durant and Westbrook, they never got nearly as close.
Yeah, I felt once they got rid of Harden, they were still close, but it just felt like they were starting to fade right then.
Yep. So we'll see how this horrible experiment goes.
Yeah, it won't go well.
Nope. Cannot wait. They
may want to go back to Seattle.
Playing
what was it? Key
Arena?
Key Arena, yeah.
Key West Arena.
Yeah, the closet of Seattle.
Yeah, the basement. Yeah, that thing was underground.
It was such a joke. I mean, if you've ever seen it in person,
I've walked up by it. I've never been inside. But yeah, it's underground.
I went to, what was this, the Needle or whatever?
Yeah, it's the same part
of the
Space Needles.
Yeah, and you look down on it and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Why am I ground level with the ceiling of this arena?
It's kind of weird.
It's fucking weird. No wonder they left. They were tired of being creeped out.
Hopefully the Clippers can go there soon.
There we go.
There you go.
Bombers taking them up to Microsoft. All right, so we got a bullpen beer to get to.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
Can't wait.
Come grab this beer, and we got some booze news to talk to.
Let's chug that.
Yeah, let's get in some bullpen beer.
He calls to the bullpen for
Beer.
He does, and this one needs a little musical accompaniment with it.
The doctor said I need about 3 weeks of recovery, but the nurses is loving me, saying the best part of the day is my half.
Hopefully the copyrights don't come flying in. We are Dan brought, and apparently didn't read the can when he bought it, but I'm excited. Stone Brewing's Notorious P.O.G.
Oh.
Notorious P.O.G.
Sounds
is,
good.
yes.
Baby.
It is a Berliner Weisse. 4.7%, 7 IBUs, 3.9. Thanks, P. Diddy.
Yeah. Take that.
He's over there dancing. 3.95 on Untapped, and so weird to say 91 on Beer Advocate.
What we're going to do right here, we're going to smooth it out.
Bad boy for life.
Gotta interrupt the descriptions as
Right.
P. Diddy here.
We've had plenty of fan favorite beers over the years, but few have garnered the cult-like adoration of this one. Stone Notorious P.O.G. was originally brewed at our 10-barrel Liberty Station Brewhouse in San Diego as a collaboration with comedian actor Jonah Ray. It's a tribute to the passion fruit, orange, and guava juice, aka P.O.G., he grew up drinking in Hawaii. This Berliner Weisse style ale is loaded with the aforementioned trifecta of fresh tropical fruits, making for a unique flavor that is tart and refreshing yet deeply rich and complex. It's as ridiculously tasty as it is deliciously unique.
I gotta say, first impressions, I might be a fucking fan right here.
Yeah.
This stuff is good.
It is delicious.
I like it. And I'm not, famously here.
Not a fan of tarts.
Do not like tarts, but this is fucking delicious, dude. Mm-hmm. I may have this might have turned me right here.
Yeah.
This is good.
To me, I love P.O.G. juice, first of all. Love P.O.G. juice. This is like drinking a P.O.G. mimosa.
Yeah.
Goes down nice and easy.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So before I give my descriptors, what say you, Scott?
I don't think it's that bad. I had a lot worse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because you guys are not tart fans.
No.
Those of you
I
that
don't
are
think
new
it's
listeners.
Tart. Maybe my.
It's not the tartest we've had on this
No,
show. It's
no,
not that
no.
fucking Sharpie beer.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Oh,
Sharpie
man.
beer. Oh, man.
That was awful.
That might have turned me out, actually, when I think about it.
Yeah.
This
Killed
isn't
them.
that bad.
No, I'm a fan, dude. Like
I was scared.
I had heard it was the Hoppy Couple talking about the mimosas, and I was like, hey, what's wrong? Maybe guys like mimosas. Maybe I like mimosas. And I was thinking about
Hey,
that.
man, I love brunch.
Hey, there you go. That's what I'm
right.
talking about. But you know what? Pour this in a mimosa glass. I don't think you can tell the difference.
Nope.
It is fucking delicious, dude.
Yeah. A lot of orange.
Yeah.
A lot of orange flavor. A little bit of the guava. And in fact, we've never crossed like this, but cross streams. We have this beer right now on Beer Harmony as well. And I was saying on the show that I'm a huge fan of the P.O.G. juice. My favorite part of P.O.G. juice is guava. I could go for just a little more guava, just turned up a pinch, and this thing to me would be absolutely perfect. It's, what is it, 4.7. You're not going to get hammered off a few of these. Once again, an all-day drinker, a floating beer, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Sit out in the sun on a hot day, pound some Notorious P.O.G.
It's a trip. It was funny. My first sip, I went, oh, fuck. And you guys started laughing.
Yeah.
But, I was like, no, this is good. It shocked me.
Oh, I thought it was a bad fuck.
No, it was a good fuck.
Those are always better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig the shit out of this
Me
one.
too.
Good. All right. Well, good. Maybe we're coming around on the tarts.
Maybe.
I'm not digging a shit, but it's good.
I
wouldn't buy it.
I was gonna say, would you order this?
No, I wouldn't. No.
Okay. I mean, we know you're not going to pour it out. That's
No.
Man. I don't know. In what situation would you have? I'm just because I'm new to this now.
Mm-hmm.
When would you order a sour?
like this one, like a tart?
Uh-huh.
You mean like if you're eating
Never.
something?
Yeah.
Honestly, they do go well with breakfast foods. Like if you have bacon, it really cuts through the salt and fat of the bacon. I would treat this very much like a mimosa.
I will.
Mm-hmm. Or you could also treat it like I'm having a beer because it's balls 100 degrees out.
Yeah.
Either way, if it's a hot day or if you're having brunch, it's great. The nice thing is this one might be a little fruity, but the lesser fruitier tarts really go well with a lot of things. It's not like you're getting blown out by hops, you know.
No kidding. Breakfast. Tomorrow's going to be great.
You're rolling to work.
Yeah.
It's the most important meal of the day.
Yeah. Dan, you're smelling fruity drunk over there.
Why are you singing Notorious?
By the way, everyone's going to be singing that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a song that never leaves your head.
That's right.
So you're welcome, everybody. All right. We have some booze. Anything else that we need to say about this delicious beer?
Notorious.
That's what I thought. All right. Let's get into some booze news.
Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news.
Yes, it is. So a lot happened over the weekend on the interwebs. The beer internet, just like I'm sure Scott knows all about the wrestling internet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
tends to blow up on things, and sometimes it's ridiculous. Like for the last couple of months, the beer internet has been really talking lots of shit about the hard seltzers. Have you guys had those yet?
No.
They're essentially a boozy LaCroix.
Hmm.
I'm not going to lie. There's some in the fridge. They are not
Oh,
bad
yeah?
at all.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
They're not bad, and they're only 2 carbs. So for a guy who's watching his carbs, put down a lot of those.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what the would that be like a wine cooler version of beer?
It's I mean, have you had a LaCroix, like the sparkling water?
Yeah.
They taste like that.
Really?
Just a little booze in them.
Huh.
They're
Really?
fermented, so it's not like a vodka or something because they're fermented. But yeah, it's just like drinking a boozy LaCroix. They're between 4 and 5%, depending on which brand you go with. I get the Truly because they're owned by Boston Brewing, so it's the only craft beer company that's making them, at least on a large scale. But the internet's been blown up about that. I think it's not warranted. I know the one thing I dislike about it is they tend to put them in the same category as craft beer, and I think that's a mistake. It is not at all beer.
Right.
It's basically fermented sugar.
Correct.
So that's wrong, but I don't think that everyone needs to hate on it. Look, they're pretty tasty, and I would rather drink one of those. If I'm watching the weight, I'd rather drink one of those than a fucking Michelob Ultra.
Okay. If you don't like it, don't drink it.
Right.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. Just like I don't like that boysenberry beer. Dan sure does.
I don't anymore.
I know it's true. You had it again. You don't like it.
What happened?
I don't know. I ordered it one time. I was down at the fucking knee deep, dude, and I ordered it, and I was like having it at home. Like, I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have it again. It's been so long. And I was drinking. I was like, dude, this thing is shit. What the fuck happened, man? I was like, I got another fucking can in there. I got to drink it.
You grew out of it.
Yeah.
I did.
Your taste buds have matured. Now you're drinking a
Something.
tart beer.
That's true.
Look at you.
Wow.
Oh, fucking
Dan-
weird.
Dan's
What a
graduating.
fucking professional you
That's
are.
right. I felt a chest hair sprout right now.
Should we switch chairs here?
Yeah,
You can man the board over
I'll
here.
be playing Notorious all show long, man.
So anyways, that whole thing was leading me into my next topic about the internet blowing up. This one a little more warranted. Brewbound, which is a beer website, a lot of craft beer news. They have a podcast as well. Said something stupid and shitty on a recent podcast episode. Basically, there was an article from Uprocks that talked about beer influencers that you should be following. And it named a lot of people. Some of them have been on the show. Some of them are former, beer babes from the show. We've talked about some of them. One Hoppy Lady is one of them. Is Beer a Carb is another one. And they basically went on, without reading the transcript, went on to say that all you need now is a tight shirt or some cleavage, and you're all of a sudden a beer influencer. And it was really stupid and insensitive and totally wrong, because if they would have looked at who they were specifically naming, Is Beer a Carb is a brewer at Modern Times. One Hoppy Lady is a level 1 certified Cicerone. Like, all these people they're calling out are actually in the beer industry, and they're saying, "Oh, all you need to do is wear a tight shirt and you get followers, and now you're a beer influencer." It's like, no. These people have been in the industry, a lot of them for over 10 years. You're just a bunch of uninformed assholes who sound like they never got laid in high school and are still bitter about it. That's what it came off as to me. So I figured we had to bring it up, not because I want to give these guys more free advertisements, but it was ridiculous.
Yeah, they sound bitter. I mean,
right. They hate girls or something?
Something like, yeah. I mean, as we mentioned earlier in the show, don't talk shit about my dog, my wife, or the beer girls.
That's right.
Yeah. That pisses me off.
I would beat somebody up if they talk shit about Brittany.
Yeah, I'm looking for them.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that anyways? I mean, I feel like beer's been doing that forever. They've always had like a hot chick holding beer. like to sell it.
Is that offensive to them? I mean,
have you ever seen a Budweiser commercial?
Would they rather have a guy in a Speedo or something advertising their beer?
People have their preferences.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what blows their skirt up, I suppose.
Yeah.
But but I really feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Like that's like, if you can do it and get away with it and get a bunch of followers and they think, oh, that's easy. Oh, really? I'd like to see you try that.
Right. And if you're going to call people out, make sure you call out the right people. Everyone they called out, very intelligent and very much in the beer industry.
Agreed.
And absolutely know what they're talking about.
That is stupid.
So that
part is very dumb.
Very dumb.
And now I'm not totally advocating for them now at this point, because we totally bash them and they're trash.
Right.
And they are stupid.
Yes.
But I will say that I'm not going to, come out with my pitchforks and, and fire and everything and chase after them like a monster. Like, that's what I feel like podcasts and YouTube, everything like that. It's all based off, freedom of speech, really.
Totally.
And if that's how they feel, that's how they feel. I'm not saying like it's right or wrong. But if you don't like it, you cannot listen. I think that would hurt them a lot more than saying, calling them a bunch of. I'm sure they don't advocate for that. That's kind of a little over the line.
Instead of burning their houses down.
Correct.
Yeah, that's very uneducated because
on top,
I mean.
Yeah, it really just shows their level of education.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I think more than anything, it just makes them sound like bitter guys who never had girls in high school.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I could go on a rant, but it's just irritating.
So, yeah. Anyways, I didn't want to not bring it up. It was a huge thing over the weekend that kept unfolding, so I figured we needed to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. Fuck them.
There we go.
Agreed.
Okay. Yeah. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, they're in hot water right now, so they can't fight back. So
yeah. They're at home listening to us like, oh, come on, guys.
Yeah.
We thought you had our backs.
Not anymore.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll move on from that to happier things. California has a new legal definition for beer. And this is important because you can now add things such as fruit and honey into the fermentation process. Before, if you had those in the fermentation process, it was considered wine. And so something like Notorious P.O.G. would be considered wine unless it was added after the fermentation. So the fruit has to be added after the fermentation in order to not be considered wine.
Wow.
And that comes with different laws and taxes, and that's why it's a big deal. So the bad news is I'm sure Ballast Point's going to take this one and run with it. I can just see the different flavors of Sculpin coming out now.
Oh, jeez. They already got all the colors of the rainbow.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
I think overall this is probably a good thing, but I can see this becoming a bad thing.
It will be.
Don't fuck with us, Ballast Point. How dare you? AB InBev becomes the first official beer sponsor of the national women's soccer team. This on the heels of them winning their, 30th World Cup.
Oh, good for them.
Shit.
Yes. So they now have the big guys behind them.
No kidding.
Yeah.
They won a thing.
They won a World Cup or something.
Wow.
I don't know what that means.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought cup. I thought guys wore cups. The girls have to wear them too.
First of all, men's U.S. team is a pile of shit. I can't stand soccer at all, but you never see the men's U.S. team doing anything.
That's right.
They can't win anywhere.
And men do wear cups.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They do. I guess the women win them.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Women wear
Men's
cups
wear
too.
them. Women win them. I don't know. Whatever.
Wow, this took a turn.
I'm so
Yeah.
D cups.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh Jesus. Moving on.
I've never seen. Never mind.
Yeah. We'll just cut that out. Heineken's UK pubs are under investigation. Heineken is just in trouble all over the place with their various pay-to-play.
What's going on with them?
Yeah. So 2 weeks after announcing plans to sell off 150 pubs, Heineken's Star Pubs and Bars chain is under investigation by the Pubs Code Adjudicator. I want that job. For allegedly requiring its publicans to overstock Heineken beer and its other offerings. An issue is whether Heineken imposed unfair terms on tenants who tried to escape the so-called beer tie, which requires tenants to buy a certain amount of beer from the landlord, in this case Heineken. If found to be in violation, the Dutch beer giant could face a fine of about $13.8 million.
Whoa.
Yeah, they keep breaking all these laws. On the heels of that, Heineken USA chief legal officer exits company. Heineken USA chief legal officer Julie Kinch has departed the company after a 20-year career. She jumped off of a sinking ship.
I'm done with that.
Yeah. She's like, you guys are idiots. I am running.
The rats always leave first.
That is true. Founders to sell Canadian breakfast stout for the last time. Have you guys had Canadian breakfast stout?
No.
Not yet.
It's one of Founders, big boozy releases. I've had the Kentucky breakfast stout, which once again I will say, not that good. Challenge me.
That's a drop right there.
Not that good. Have not had Canadian. I guess they're going to stop selling it. What a shame. And Lord Hobo, we love Lord Hobo, cut 8 jobs over the last couple of weeks, and people were worried that they may be not doing so well.
Okay.
And they say, no, they're restructuring. They're getting rid of, they didn't say this, but they're getting rid of some trash, and they're about to hire a bunch of people because they're opening new tap rooms. So they're doing better than ever.
That's good.
Lord Hobo, please come out to the West Coast.
Please.
Yeah.
We get some of your offerings, but we could definitely use a tap room.
That's the only Lord I hope. I pray to.
Only Lord you hobo.
Yeah, that. You hobo.
And then finally, this got mentioned earlier, and I did not know this until right before we went on air. Beer Advocate goes back to their old scoring system. They put up a release says, "Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Not again. Why? It was time for some internal disruption. Unfortunately, we've seen a drop in the industry using our scores since moving to the 1 to 5 point system. We'd like to change that.
Yeah.
We know that many users miss the old 100 point system. In fact, the last poll we took indicated that most users preferred it. Perhaps we should have listened, but we've learned a lot. The 100 point system feels more BA-like and supports other projects that are in the works. The top 250 and regional lists become pointless and boring for most. Same styles from same breweries. We want to place more focus on the beer style and style education in general." And then thanks for your feedback, and it goes on from there. So
it's a very kickback professional letter there.
Right. We're dummies.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
We'll get right on that.
Yeah. Exactly. So
hey, you should send us out on some Notorious, I think.
Some
yeah. I need about 3 weeks of recovery.
If any listeners hate hip hop, they're so mad. They're so mad right now. So that's it for us. Thank you all for listening. Thanks for downloading and all that good stuff. You can find us at theunfilteredgentleman.com. On the social medias at The Unfiltered Gentleman, except for Twitter at Unfiltered Gents. Call us, leave us a voicemail, a drunk dial us, whatever you want to do. 805-538-BEER. It's 2337. I think that's everything. So thank you all for staying with us. Hope you're staying hydrated on some delicious, fruity Notorious P.O.G.
Yeah.
And on
I will be.
Yeah. Dan's going back for more.
That's right.
And on that note, good night, everybody.